So hello guys. A couple of days ago, SCS decided to drop this beautiful DLC of the coaches for ETS 2. Now I want to give it some reaction, live as it is, because I find it a bit difficult to do all of the kind of write the script out. So I'm going to go along with it the way that it is playing on here through their official web YouTube page, which we'll put a link down. But this is the new coaches DLC, and we will react to it the way it goes. So if we go to the front here, obviously we've got some beautiful coaches. I mean, we've got the Scanias, got the DMANs. Now the thing is, though, being an ex-driver myself, I am obviously, I've driven trucks and I've driven buses and obviously coaches. Now, in an ideal world, obviously the chassis are given to bus builders like Scania ones and MA ones and Volvo ones, and a separate company builds the bodies. Obviously, I'm not sure what's happening here, but it would be nice. But let's just see how we go. But I do like the dashboard on this one at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. Some of the cities we can go through, and the bus station. Now the bus stations looks pretty good. Now this obviously you can see here that we do have some vehicles. Obviously this is probably what you can own as well, and yeah, so you got the bus stops here, which I think is quite interesting. And looking at it, I've looked at it like before this obviously video that has come out, that obviously as you say change anything to do with the coaches, the colours or anything like that. Now this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting right here. If I just go back on the YouTube here, you can go from truck to coach mode. Now, obviously, everyone else has watched the DLC, same as me. So you basically get to run coaches and trucks at the same time. One of the questions is that will you be able to have drivers like you do with the trucks? So you got your company and you can employ the computer drivers. How does that work? Does that work the same way, or doesn't it? But I think it's quite a good neat one that you can actually interlink the company. So once you buy the coach and stuff like that, it's quite interesting. But here's one of the things that looks interesting here. So you can do a quick job where you could just jump into any coach. Just say you're an agency driver in real life, not real life, but you're like a driver that just wants a quick job. Obviously, it's exactly the same way as the trucks. Now, what's interesting with me is these here, number of stops. We'll get into that in a minute. But that's quite interesting there. So obviously, just showing you some of the background. Obviously, as it is to the company as well, you can take loans out if you don't want to wait. If you don't want to save up by driving a truck before you get a coach, you can get loans. But obviously, as I say in the video, make sure you pay it off. There's a bit of a problem there if there is. Obviously, different colour combinations, different size. Now, let me just go back a bit. Let's just go back a bit. Let's just go back. So they bring a double deck Volvos. This looks interesting. This does look interesting. To the fact is that you can do all different combinations. So let's just look here. I mean, obviously it's still work in progress. The difference in the gearboxes probably ain't really going to make much difference, but it could be. Yeah, could be. And I mean, look at the inside. I mean, the inside. If any of you've been in a coach, yes, it's pretty much as you would expect in a coach. Obviously, you still got all your bits you can add on to it. But I do like these bus stations. These bus stations are nice. I like a nice addition because obviously you can pick people up and stuff like that. So we have different engines again, as we can just see there with this. If I just do that there, you do have lock progress. Now, the question is for me, is the lock progress going to start from level 1 on a coach, or will you be able to have your own level from your trucks over? So if you're a very high level truck and you go into the coaches, will that be will that carry over, or would you start again? I'll be interested to see, because if you started it again, I can see some people will be put off by that. But for me, that could be quite interesting, because you've got you get a different level of the coaches, so it would be interesting. Again, as another picture of a coach station, cross bus station. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, I quite like this at the moment. I mean, there's only one long distance coach place out, coach came out there at the moment, but perfectly honest, is Fernbus. Now, obviously, Fernbus have been quietly bringing out DLC left, right, and centre, and they've been quite quietly doing that. Now, is this going to be rivaling it or not? I don't know. There's another thing I want to capture on here, is that when you take a contract job, again, we'll come back to this, the stops. So you can have a number of stops. Okay, so we carry it on a bit and watch them click on someone here. So it gives you there. So you go from Calais to Amsterdam, but you've got to drop in Antwerp and Rotterdam. Now, is this a little sneak peek of what they're going to do with trucks? Now, I've always said this along once when playing trucks. When I used to stream back on back on other platforms, and when I brought this up, the two things that I would like to have seen in either ETS or ATS was multi-drop trucking. So if you pick up a trailer from say a contract, or if you've got your own trailer, pick up a load. You pick up a load from one place and you drop it off in multiple places, like generally you would do in real life. So you go to this place, drop say part of the load off, go to another place, drop another part of the load off, and then go to your final place, drop something else off. Now, is this a kind of a trial to see how it works? Because myself, as I said, if you look at this again, Calais, Antwerp, Rotterdam, Amsterdam. So you're going to have to do drops on the way. Now, is this going to work with ETS, or is this going to be a kind of different one bringing in? I mean, if we just go back, look at this. So we have, so you can go all the way down in Slovenia, and again, it's 8 stops. Obviously, we can't really see it there. So you go 1, 2, 3, obviously all the way down to 8 stops. Now, is this things to come for ETS? It could be quite interesting, because that would be fantastic. Again, just looking at these again, if we just go back, that was a split second. So you're doing a 900-kilometer trip, and you're going from Bourges. Oh no, you go from Rotterdam to Antwerp, Brussels, Paris, Bourgogne. Oh, I can't say it. Excuse my French. Any French people out there, I do apologise. Now, as I said, is this a hint for trucks? This could well be. And also as well though, is the game big enough to take on Fernbus? That could be quite interesting. That could be very, very interesting for me. Now, looking at it again, this bit here. Now we have real people getting on the coaches. I mean, the detail is fantastic. I've got to give it its due though. It is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the same as you would do in trucks with the difficulty and whatever it is though. But it's just, yeah, this could be interesting. This could be really, really good. And I mean, can these take on Fernbus? I mean, not Fernbus has technically only been like the only long haul coach simulator out there. I mean, you've had like bus simulators all the way through the years. This could be interesting. This could be very, very interesting. As I said, I will drop the link to this video from SES in my comment, in not my comments below. Obviously, we don't know when it's going to come out yet. It's still on the wish list, but I mean, guys, this could be interesting. This could be very, 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 very interesting. But anyway, thank you very much for this little short video. I do hope you like it. As I said, I'm still very, very new back to this, so if things are very, very ropey, please excuse me. I do apologise. But if you like what I'm doing, it'd be very, very nice if you give us a like and a subscribe. It will be absolutely fantastic. Until the next time, thank you very much indeed. I'm Santini. Bye bye now.